Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Matt's Models and More. Have you ever passed up on a kit based on the box art? Like you saw a kit that you thought would be great, you saw the box art and you said, just not feeling it. Let's discuss that. Looking for the best aftermarket parts and accessories for your model? Look no further than MCV Products. Bring your models to life at mcvproducts.com. Okay, welcome back. Good to see all of y'all. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Wanted to discuss something. As I said in my intro, I've never ever built a box stock model kit, and that's not an exaggeration. That's the truth. I never have. I just always felt the car could do better, and that's not only in real life for the model kits, but also for my one-to-one cars. Almost every car I've ever owned, I've never kept stock. I've always done something to it, even if it's not even really a hot rod muscle car or anything like that. I've got a 4Runner right now. It's funny, I got all these hot rods around me that I build, but I'm driving a 4Runner and I couldn't even leave that alone. I've got it lifted, I've got mud tires on it, I've got racks and spotlights and all that stuff for camping. So yeah, I can't leave anything alone. I appreciate stock builds, so don't think that I'm bashing that, because that is in my opinion, it's harder to do that than it is to do a custom. Reason why I say that is I think you're critiqued a little more for the out of the box experience than you are customizing it and making it your own. And I'm not saying that to get out of being criticized for my builds, because I try to take it to the extreme, and we'll go over that. I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm also going to show you some box art that I thought was hideous, but the cars turned out to be great. And currently one I'm finishing up right now. I'm wrapping up, so I'll let you see what that looks like. I'm almost done, 98% done. But yeah, I'm not ragging the box stock builders, because I know how difficult that is, and people are looking at it like, hey, do you have the timing right? I mean, not the timing, the correct wiring, the firing order. They're looking at everything. So I understand that. And when you do customize, it's like, it's whatever I want it to look like. And that's part of why I like it. And I'll say this, if I'm building a car one-to-one, I've discussed this before, first thing I'm doing is stance and wheels. Then I kind of work everything else around that. If you look in my previous models on how to mock up a model car, you'll see this car that I'm going to show you here in a minute. Starting from the very beginning on how I mock it up, playing with different sets of wheels, playing with different stance setups, and then going to part two where I really start modifying things that I feel take away from the actual car. So before, let me go ahead. I'm going to show you that first, only because to me, this car won the ugliest box art next to a Monte Carlo that I'm going to show you as well. This was the ugliest box art of all time, in my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree. This thing was horrible. It's just ugly. Funny story about this. I bought this at a car show from Midnight Hobbies, and of course Jamie, he always has cars that I like. Go check him out on his website, midnighthobbies.com. Shameless plug, but he does have some good stuff, especially NASCAR. But I bought this kit at one of the shows he had, and of course I had other models in my bag, and a stranger just walks up and said, hey, what'd you get? So I was, at model shows, everybody knows everybody and everybody's friendly. So I started pulling them out and showing him, this is the last one I pulled out. And he said, ooh. That was literally what he said. Ooh, not ooh as in good. Ooh as in yuck. He's like, that is one of the ugliest cars that they made back in the 70s. And I said, I agree, but I see something different. Um, and we discussed that before in the mock-up 1 video. Go check that one out, and then the mock-up 2 video, because I show you exactly what I'm doing. But I'm going to do a cutaway here so you can see what this car looks like now. Okay, so here is the box art. I want you to pay attention to this bumper right here, sticking out all right here, the light, the bumper, the stance sits up very high. The rear bumper actually sticks out too. If I have, probably hard to see, but the rear bumper sticks out on the sides as well. And yeah, unfortunately, that's the only good pictures we have of it. So here, I'm almost done, 98% done. But here's what it looks like now. Hopefully this lighting is okay. Looks like I might need to do some adjustments here. But I painted this, first of all, in Tropical Glitz. I did 2 coats of the Luscious Orange. And then I thought the orange was a little too bright, so I went over it with 1 coat of the Florida Grown. But stance, first thing you notice. Let's see if I can get some more lights on this thing. Stance sitting really low in the front, a little bit lower in the back. I widened the stance out because the wheels were so big. I needed room, so I had to basically make tub room on the inside, and I had to do the same on the inside. But if I put these at the same angle, you can see the difference of this fender compared to that. And I completely redesigned the front end. And those videos explain how I did that. So I urge you to go check it out. But I at least wanted you to see where I'm at on it. I did do a satin black, hood scoop area there that ties in actually to the rest of the car. It ties in around the dash, up through the molding area, through here, and then back up to the actual vinyl top. Now that vinyl top comes with the car. So I did not fabricate that. I just painted it a semi-gloss on this, satin on the hood area. I did add the scoop. Let's go around. I deleted all the emblems, moldings, handles, locks. I put a gas tank. My wife 3D printed those race style gas tanks. As you see in the back area, I'm not done yet. I still have to finish the tail lights and the headlights. So that's something I'm still working on. Paint turned out great. I love Tropical Glitz. It just makes it easy. Really makes it easy. I took, it does come with a valance, but that is sitting really, really low. I don't know if you can see that, but it sits really low underneath the bumper, more of just an air dam or a scraper for curbs or whatever you may have it. But I turned it into more of a race style air dam. But as you can see on that front end, it's very aggressive. It almost gives it a Charger look or an LTD. I had a comment about that on Facebook that kind of gave it an LTD look. I just think it definitely made it look more race style than that. Definitely way more aggressive. That looks like something a grandma would drive. This looks like something I would drive. So I just, it's just night and day difference what you can do with cars, of course. The engine area, I'm still working on some things I got to fix up, but I completely redesigned the interior tub. It's all scratch build. I wanted it nice and smooth. That is a Ford motor, and of course plugged it, and it's got a scoop. I had to relocate the radiator. So there was a lot of scratch building there to get this where I wanted it to be. But I'm not going into a full depth on this yet until I'm done with it. But my point was, there's a reason why I don't do the stock builds, because I can't leave anything alone. Once I start working on it, I see something. When I grabbed this kit, I saw something, even though the guy was like, ew, which I can't blame him because it was ugly. I saw something different. So let's go back to the other desk and show some other kits that I think are horrible. Okay, to make this quick and easy, I got 5 more kits I want to show the box art on and say, don't be fooled by the box art. That's the whole point of this video. A lot of people pass up on some really nice kits because of the box art, and I'm just going to show a few of the ones I picked out from my stash that I thought at the time when I looked at it, ugh, but I saw something different in it and I know it can be better. So we're going to start with this one. And put in the comments if you disagree with me. If you think the box art was beautiful or it's something that drew you to the car, then, you know, we're all going to see things differently. So this is no bash. If you thought this was beautiful box art and I'm saying I hate it, don't take it personal. Please don't. But the 41 Plymouth, I got this from Jamie as well at Midnight Hobbies. I saw it and I know the box art's kind of plain, and if you look at it close enough, it actually looks, I maybe even superimpose these pictures on here so you can see it better. It looks very toy-like. It's not very well detailed. Whoever made the model did a decent job, but I see something different in this, and you know me, it's going to be slammed. I'm probably going to make this a Pro Street or something. It's going to be, probably have a giant motor coming out of the hood, but definitely one of my top 5 that I have. Now remember, these are the 5 that I think are the ugliest in my stash, not of all time, because there's some winners. All right, Monte Carlo, we've discussed this. When I saw this kit, I thought the same thing. You can hear it. It's about empty because I built this car. I'll post some pictures here of what I did with it. Of course, same thing, same exact scenario. You look at the box art, you go, gross. I looked at it and went, there's potential there. Because one, I loved the 70 Monte Carlo. Always thought it was a beautiful car. But this box art does not do it justice. It does not do it justice. Whoever designed that box art really needs to go back to marketing school. Because this is not grabbing anybody's attention. There are, of course, other kits out there that, you know, coincide with the same, probably the same tooling and everything for that kit for other 70 models. And I must say, that kit is an awesome kit. Not just because I built it, but I'm saying it went together well, hardly zero flash, everything fit perfectly. Very well designed kit with a lot of options too, by the way. So, you know, keep that in mind. Now this one, the old Buick GSX Street Machine. The only reason why I didn't like this one is, for one, of course, I grew up in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s. The late 80s style, early 90s, to me, was probably the worst year for hot rods because they did all these retro crazy looking decals that just, even back then when I was looking at them, I didn't like them. I'd rather a car be one color than to have all that craziness on there. So I was not a fan of this box art, but I know what this kit is capable of and what I'm going to do with it. And this is an old one. This is from '89. I mean, this is a monogram 1/24 scale. Which, gosh, I wish they'd go back to that. But yeah, that's another one that I did not like. Let me know if you disagree. This is one I'm working on now. When you first see this, you think of an old lady. Yeah. Actually, the first thing I thought of was President Kennedy. Not to get political, but that's the first thing I think of. I think the Lincoln Continental will forever be held endeared because of what happened to Kennedy. But so I saw this, of course. But you still have the wagon, which I love wagons. I do love wagons. But I'm sorry, that's the first thing I saw because you know, Kennedy's was blue, if I remember, either blue or black. But yeah, not the greatest box art. I mean, it's kind of retro, but it's not something that grabs your attention real hard. But I knew what I could do with it. And as a matter of fact, we're going to go to my other desk where I'm going to show you something else I'm doing with it. Okay, so Acme has a couple of themes this year. They have the 250-year anniversary of America. So it's going to be red, white, and blue themed cars. and they also have music or songs made about cars. This one I'm going to hit with both. Now I know they'll probably have two tables, one for the, I don't know how they'll do it since there's two themes, but they may have two tables, one for the music, one for the red, white, and blue, but I'm actually going to be both on this one. So Hot Rod Lincoln is what I'm doing on this one. So as you can see with the box art, completely different from the box art. This one I'm modifying heavily, and I wanted to put a ton of attention in the interior. So first thing I did, of course, is playing with the old suicide doors, which is not fun to do. I'm using some Z-Force hinges for that, and I made it to where you can take it off, on and off if I needed to, just to make it easy. This is still a mock-up process. I am putting this is a Godzilla twin turbo Ford engine, which is just, thing's a beast. This was a test print that the wife did. The wife, she is working on her own 3D company, and it's going to do completely different than what most companies do. But I asked her to print this so I can use it as a template, because the real one is over here that I'll use to put together and, you know, do it the colors and make it sharp. But I had to have one complete so I can completely redesign the interior hub. So all of this was scratch built from the dash back, was scratch built so it would fit my huge, because this motor is huge. So I went ahead, of course, and sanded off the booster and put a millwood in there. This will sit nice and flush now. I've got it set to where it should be. I had to make new fender liners for both sides, obviously to help fit my wheels as well, because those are 24s. And I'm also, you know, I had to make some extra room in here and fabricate where the seat goes in. Won't go into full detail because I'll do that later, but just another point that you can take a car that model box looks horrible and make it something unique. This will be one of my Acme builds. I've got two. The other one I'm debating whether to show or not. I know that's silly, but I kind of wanted to surprise some of my fellow YouTubers out there. We're all doing the, it's the Mark Batson challenge of building, if you're a content creator, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you know, anything on social media, you know, do a shop vehicle. Doesn't have to be a truck or a shop van or anything like that. A shop vehicle with your name and logo on it. So I've been working on something, and it's already been about 3 months. It's going to take me a long time because I got some special stuff in it. This one's been about 2 months as well, maybe close to 3. And that's because I'm working on other things too. Got 5 projects at one time. But yeah, so this will be the Hot Rod Lincoln Acme Show theme car. And I've got some stands and stuff coming that's going to go with it as well. So let's get back to the bench and talk about those ugly box arts. Well, really, I only had one more to show you, so we're almost done. Hang in there. This one, I may get a lot of hate for this, but I was not a fan of this one either. When I first saw it, it looked very generic. It looked cheap. It looked almost like, I mean, it's a Skill 2. I mean, and I haven't done a lot of the Lindbergh kits, but I guess it's because it just looked cheap. It looked toyish. But of course, as model makers, we can change all of that. So that's what I saw. I'm not going to do, of course, stripes or the race style or anything like that. I'm probably going to make this more resto mod is probably what I do. But this one I didn't like either. And that's out of all the hundreds of kits that I have. I just did not like this one. Just the ones on the shelf aren't the only ones that I have. And my wife has a stash as well. So yeah, that's about it, guys. If you disagree, or if you have some model kits that you thought were horrible with the box art, put it in the comments. Let me know which one it is so I can look it up, and I'll let you know if I agree or disagree with you, because I like this. This is not This is not for everyone to be on my side. If you don't like something I'm doing or something I'm saying or something I say, hey, I think this is ugly, somebody out there thinks this is beautiful, and I can't knock them for that because it's a objection. It's a We all have our own opinions, and it's okay to disagree. It really is. Now, if you get nasty, I'm going to retaliate. There's no need to be nasty. No need to be nasty. I've lost some very good YouTuber friends to some of the negative comments, and I can tell most of them are younger people. So the mature people that watch my channels or any other YouTube channel out there knows how to conduct themselves and what to say. I just recently had a guy, and I hope you're watching, because I'd love to meet you in person. 3 comments on one video, and every single comment was bad. It's like, how much time do you have in a day, and how much anger do you have in you to take the time to write 3 negative comments? And I'm not erasing them anymore. I'm leaving them on there because it's good for the channel. Every dislike you give me, every negative comment you give me, it only helps the channel. So keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. So I'm not scared of anybody. I can promise you that. But yeah, this was my last one that I thought was just absolutely horrendous in my stash. So show me what you got. Tell me some of the ugliest box kits you saw that you swore you weren't going to buy, but then you bought and turned out to be a good one. So guys, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. If you need anything, you let me know. My contact information is in the description. Please go and follow and like all of my sponsors. I have some wonderful sponsors. Shout out to you guys. You know I love you and respect you. So thank you so much for being there and having my back. And if y'all need anything, please let me know. And until the next time, keep on rolling.